You're an idiot.
That's how we're going to start every podcast.
With a kiss? Mm-hmm. No.
And a smooch.
Yikes.
What's your question? Let's get right into it. I had one for you and I forgot.
When did you know you were madly in love with me? When was that moment?
Yesterday.
No.
When was your moment? You never told me. I really thought that was coffee.
I
literally looked and I started salivating.
Coffee sounds amazing, actually.
It does. When did you first fall in love with me?
That's my question. You don't get to ask a question with a question.
Yes, I do. When was it? You never told me though. You know my answer.
I don't know.
Sir.
I don't know. You got to answer your question.
How do you not know?
I know, but answer your question.
Okay. I really have to think about this. I've already told you. When did I say?
I don't know.
I can't remember. We had a whole ass baby. Those memories are long gone.
Yeah, that's how it feels, doesn't it?
It does.
I can't even see right now.
Oh, you're not wearing glasses or contacts. That's okay. You're not missing much.
The camera will see it.
I know. Yikes.
My question to you, we're starting the podcast right now. When did you know you were madly in love with me? Was that first night?
It wasn't.
It was. Margaritas.
I'd have to say, no, that was definitely like I liked you. Like it was fun then.
Oh, you had a lot of fun.
I did.
Enough fun you would never leave. Came back every night for the fun.
Okay, you got mad when I did leave. You got so offended.
No one got mad.
You did. When I crept out in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
So offended.
Dined and dashed.
Remember the trip you went on in Michigan, like when we were first dating? Like it was only like a month later. We'd been hanging out for like a solid month.
That's when you knew you loved me?
No, but that's when like the feelings crept up because I like went on a date while you were gone.
Yeah, which is wild.
It is. It is extreme trust. I was living the life. But that's how I knew was like like this guy was talking and I was just like, yeah, I don't. I guess I thought about you. And that's when I knew, right? I was like, yeah,
because we were dating.
No, we weren't. We absolutely were not. We never made it exclusive. We never said like, and I had already
that being said, I don't know if we have ever made it exclusive. 11 years later. Let's make it exclusive on the podcast. Do you want to go study?
No, do you want to? Wait, do
you want to be my girlfriend?
Yeah. Or you say, is it exclusive or do you say, I'm going to stop seeing other people?
I don't know. You tell me.
Anyway, that's when I knew. That's when I knew, like, okay, only want to, which I was never one to date, but again, I was kind of like off and on seeing this.
So 3 weeks after dating.
We weren't dating.
Hooking up every night.
Yeah. That's what it was. Okay, well, that's what I thought it was. Friends with bennies.
Very bad girlfriend.
Friends with bennies. And then, but I think like when I knew we were going to be like together long term, we were drunk in the Buick.
Yikes.
Either in front of my house or in your apartment parking lot. Not the Lewiston apartment either. It was your new one that we found like together, but I didn't like live with you yet. And we were talking about like future goals, like not like goals, but like what we were going to do with the cars and stuff. And then I was like, oh, this is like more serious and like, this is going to be more long term.
When we were living together?
We weren't living together.
Oh, you weren't moved in yet?
No, I didn't move in until a year after supposedly seeing each other every night.
And at that moment, you didn't think we were dating?
Listen, I didn't think we were dating when you invited me to Michigan last minute to meet your whole family. I still thought, and my mom and everybody, my whole family was like, he's definitely like, you guys are definitely a thing. Like, he's going to ask you to be his girlfriend. That's what I kept waiting on. People kept saying, he's got to ask
7. We were adults.
Yeah, but I think you still have to have that conversation.
You don't.
I do. I personally do. Just clear it up.
When you go on dates.
You also expect people to read your mind.
When you go on dates with someone, what do you call that?
Yeah, dating. But you could also go on dates with somebody else, which
You did.
I
I didn't.
Anyway, that's kind of when I knew. When did you know?
When did you know? I don't know when I knew, but I remember distinctly. I think I've told you this story too, but we were
I
probably
don't
drunk.
remember. Yeah. Tell it again.
I think it was when we were in Michigan and I was pulling you on the sled behind the 4-wheeler and you were laughing and it was cute.
Oh.
And Mariah was just dying laughing, going around.
I was having the time of my life, baby.
We were sledding.
We were going over the,
Yeah,
like you were getting airtime and that thing. You were going fast too. No, that was fun. So that was my first time in Michigan.
Yep. The girl I wasn't dating.
You definitely. And then, remember, we were at my cousin's house and I was like, we were like flirting, playing around. I don't know what to call it, but like, I was like, we were on her couch and I like jumped on top of you and then like probably drinking, of course. And I asked like what we were. And you just like went blank face, didn't say a word.
6 months later.
I got off and I don't think we talked or it was like I was like, oh, he's not into me. Like I need to pull back my feelings. Like this is not going to be a thing.
Wild.
Well, you got to say something. You can't just go blank face.
I
was asking because I was genuinely interested. And it's not that I was not interested. You made it seem very not like you were like, oh no, this is just.
This is like the episode, like from Love is Blind today.
Which one?
Like the way you say something implies that something else.
Yeah, I said, what are we?
Yeah. Implying that we're not something already.
Yes, I didn't know if we were.
Why would you say it like that?
How else do you say it?
This is no joke. It was literally like 6 months.
It was. I didn't know we were dating a year in.
Yeah. I'm just saying. 6 months of hanging out every single day.
Me.
Every day we hung out.
Is a woman you
went on a vacation together.
I probably should have known then, but I was very much in like a party girl era and like you were too, your party girl era. Yeah. So I didn't know like, and we both.
Every night together.
No, but we were both
Exclusive.
kind of each other's rebounds too. That's another like layer to the cake. We broke up with whoever we were with at the same time. And like, yeah, we had like a small period in between, but like it could have very much been a rebound situation.
I had several rebounds.
Yeah. Remind me, please.
I'm just saying. Can we do a Sterling update?
Yes.
He's growing up so fast.
He is. Today he's a grown up.
He grew up.
Overnight.
You're not allowed to look at the camera.
I know.
Because you refuse to take
my
those
glasses. Matt won't let me look at the camera.
We had the suspicion that he was going teething because he's been a nightmare at night. Anyways, he's teething. We felt it today too.
Yeah,
it's like sharp on his bottom, and he had like a slight fever the other day.
Yeah, he had one today too, but
slight, yeah.
Yeah, this was like 2 days ago. I was like, oh, he's kind of.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, you can actually feel them. They're poking through. One of them's poking through his gum right today. But it was very cute. You can see actually 2 of his bottom teeth coming through. But it's so cute.
He's a big boy.
And he's rolling over every which way.
Yep.
And what else is he doing?
Banging.
He's banging stuff.
Yeah, like banging on.
He can hold stuff up really well. Like,
yeah, he's sitting up. So like, again, it all feels like it literally happened this morning. He ate. We've been feeding him purees.
homemade.
Yeah, of course. And this morning he ate his apples pretty good, and then he ate his sweet potatoes. So like he was actually swallowing and not like spitting it back out. My sweet,
He sat on the couch with me, sitting up, tucked under my arm, gnawing on his toy for 35 minutes, just like a little boy,
I know.
just under my armpit.
Mommy and Daddy made a special trip to go get him new teething toys. We got some we could put in the freezer because I was putting those frozen breast milk or frozen chicken broth in those little mesh things you get, and he loved it, and it must have felt so good on his little teeth. So we got him actual like freezer little teethers.
I know. And this afternoon when I was babysitting your child, he was just gnawing on my finger like.
Oh yeah, going to town. You can just tell. Can you imagine how bad it hurts?
No.
Tooth pain, mouth pain is one of the worst pains. And that little boy is about to have 20 teeth coming in.
Is that what they have?
Yes.
20?
20.
Isn't it 32 for an adult?
I think baby, yeah. But babies, they get 20 is what it said. I was reading about it today.
32 the amount of what water freezes. Is that where I'm getting that from? I don't know.
32 degrees?
Yeah. It's when water freezes.
Maybe you have 34 teeth.
Maybe
Alexa,
you have 26 teeth.
How much teeth do you have as an adult? 32. Look at you.
I'm a genius. Squab. It's a callback. Anyways, baby boy's growing up.
He is, yeah. And they get one tooth per month, supposedly. About one a month.
It's going to be a rough 32 months.
No, 20. He only gets 20.
Oh, okay.
Adults
It's going to
have
be a
32.
rough 2 years.
That's crazy.
There's no way.
Does it get easier, though? Like,
yeah.
Like, are some spots, like your first ones are obviously going to probably be the worst, but.
It's all new to you.
Right.
I don't know. He's handling it like a champ.
He is. Oh, but I don't do that.
Yeah.
Make Atlas bark. Knock on wood. I mean, nights have been very rough, like for a while now. Anyway, he's growing up. I'm very emotional. I'm concerned about my nipples.
She almost ran over some homeless guys.
Stop. I think I'm dealing with a little bit of postpartum rage and I'm getting no empathy from you.
You are.
And then you're just adding to it.
That's what I do.
It's annoying.
I'm lighthearted. I'm the reasonable one, the lighthearted one.
Reasonable has nothing to do with it. You're not being reasonable when you're being lighthearted, in quotes.
What's your question for me?
Quotations. When did you fall in love with me? Oh, you already answered that.
Dang, see? Yeah. I don't know if there was a moment, but that was a defining moment.
Yeah, that's kind of what mine are. I had like 2 or 3 defining moments.
It's funny you fell in love with me immediately, but yet didn't know you were dating. And then you were going on other dates.
I didn't say I fell in love with you immediately.
You did, because your story of when you said you fell in love with me was 3 weeks after we were...
That's when I was like, okay, I only want to see this guy. You think that's love?
I mean, something.
Sure, babe. Whatever you have to tell yourself to make yourself feel good.
Lust, I don't know.
Yeah. More like it.
That's not a question for me, by the way.
I don't really have a question for you. How was your week? This week was rough.
How was your week is like, how's the weather?
Yeah.
It's like...
But like, this is our catch-up moment. So like, tell me all your boring stories.
You know how that's what's stupid is we know how each other's week is.
Okay, what do you want me to ask you?
That's not my decision.
Okay, ask me something else. I'll think of my
How's
question.
the weather like?
The weather's too hot.
We have a update. Oh shit. We have a beep update. Go ahead. Tell about our neighbor.
The one car.
The OG's back.
The
Man, you're slow.
OG.
The OG when we moved in that had a kid is back. But
Yeah.
the latest girl, they had fought several times.
Oh, several. She zoomed off in her
Camaro.
I was gonna say it too, and I'm like,
Oh, she drives a white convertible Camaro. License plate. Yeah, she's taken off a couple different times, and then all of a sudden she's
gone.
She's gone.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see if she comes back.
Yeah.
But
the OG.
What a situation. Talk about some rebound.
1 week,
Zags.
the next weekend later, the OG girl's back.
Yeah.
And they went to the lake today with the jet ski.
Yep. With the jet ski.
With, Uno. But
the one he revs in his driveway annoyingly. And I literally thought that like the house was being bombed one day. He was like revving it. It annoyed the fuck out of me.
We can bleep his name all you want, but we're describing this person to a T.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what do we... Does he watch YouTube? Is he going to stumble upon this?
I don't really care.
He also like dyes his eyebrows.
It's a fascinating story.
It is. It's
I'd like to get him on the podcast.
Could you?
Hey, tell us what's happening. What are you doing, bro?
Dude, I would let you. I couldn't be on it, but I would let you. But
what
also,
if he just like?
You would have to take it over there. I don't want him in this house.
Yeah, true. But what if he was like?
It's like one of those situations where it's like a gut feely situation.
Absolutely.
Like there's a reason. Like he's being talked about. I don't know.
Like he's. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. It's just like a gut feeling that you're like, yeah. So he's back with the OG. Matt and I have no.
Yeah, they just stare out the window at our neighbors. If you're our neighbors, we're watching.
It's funny because I actually don't even like I walk outside. Like we've been walking almost twice a day when it's been nice. But like we're not like I'm not even in that front room, but you just know.
That's what I was just gonna say. By the way, is that it's funny because the old podcast room was Sterling's bedroom up front, and then our office is also in the front bay room right there.
Don't be giving our layout of our house.
Who cares? But anyway, so we've been doing it back here, and we've been doing it at night because he's sleeping. So it's like we actually don't get to watch him come and go as much. But
we don't get to.
Yeah. Mariah still sits in there and sips her coffee and watches him come and go.
I'll see him when I'm walking sometimes, but.
So what about the dog? Have you seen the dog?
No dogs. Sayonara.
I don't think that last person had a dog though.
No, that was her dog.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
It's either a dog or a kid.
Whew. What's your pick?
Huh?
What's your pick?
If you're him?
A dog.
Yeah, of course.
What's my question for you? I need to think of a question. How much do you love me?
Un poquito.
You yell at me all the time.
No, I don't.
You do. You yelled at me in Costco the other day. I was trying to buy you a nice sweater and he ripped my head off.
Because you keep wanting to. This is what I was getting at too today is that.
Look at me in Target. I did so good.
Barely, but.
I did great.
This is what I was getting at is that.
Your fucking shit.
You bought me 5 shirts for a photo shoot. You keep wanting to buy stuff for a photo shoot. I have 5 shirts.
It's not all just for a photo shoot. It's for you to look nice every day.
I work every day. I'm just saying, like, you're like, we're going on a vacation and we're like going to be gone for like
6 days.
No.
Total. You got to count airplane rides.
No. We're literally like flying on a Wednesday. So we have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So we do have like, but like we're flying on a Monday and you're flying on Wednesday. So you really have like 4 days.
You're flying on Wednesday.
And Monday.
Oh, you're right.
So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 4 days.
Yeah, you don't want to look good on the flight
5
either.
shirts. No.
What are you going to wear on the flight?
2 of the days we're going to be at my parents' house.
Okay, you don't want to look good at your parents?
No.
First of all, 3 of those shirts were $1. Okay.
I'm just saying, I have all these shirts.
And I was like, if he doesn't like them.
We're at Costco. She's like, you need this for photos. You need this for photos.
I keep changing photos. This is my problem.
I don't care.
I wanted 2 outfits for photos.
2 walk-in closets full of clothes.
We got rid of a lot.
I'm just saying.
I wanted 2 outfits for photos because I got a dress clearance Abercrombie, and it's my favorite style of dress too. But I also want like a jean and navy moment. So
Denim Dan.
Yes, I want a jean and navy moment. I want like the all-American patriotic sweaters, like
Old Navy
on the beach, rolled up our jeans, bare feet, like because Sterling, I got him a couple months ago.
It's gonna be chilly.
A navy cardigan. Yeah, he has the cardigan. And then I bought 2 navy sweaters. One has the American flag on it, but you said that's so Old Navy. So now I'm self-conscious and will probably return that one. And then I got just like a plain navy one. But you could wear like cream.
Could wear anything. Because it doesn't matter.
It does.
I think he's crying.
We need to be color coordinated. What makes us a good team?
Are we a good team now? I make it, she spends it. I mean, yin and yang.
Wow. I need a little more credit.
Okay, you budget and spend it.
Such a jerk.
What does make us a good team?
That is my question for you.
No, I know. I'm just.
What is it? Oh, you can't think of it now, can you?
What makes us a good team is that we are polar opposites. That you cover my weaknesses and I cover your weaknesses.
What are your weaknesses?
I don't have many, but that's your strengths.
No,
dang, girl,
please
get
don't
it
have the
together.
hiccups.
If you have the hiccups, you're ruining my podcast. Oh my God. You know, Sterling had hiccups all through the NICU. And I'm like, this child. Have you seen, there's,
Yes.
what am I going to say?
No. Maybe so. You're going to say the ghost things?
No.
Oh.
There was a guy taking a photo of a spider in a jar with an iPhone. And when it went to go take the photo, the spider like freaked out because it's like sending, like your cell phone's sending like, I don't know.
EMFs?
No, it's not EMF. It's like an infrared signal or something like that. Anyways, when I was looking at the camera, it looked like your light, like there was like a.
Oh, it could have been. You know, yours does that in the camera too. Like it looks like it's like flashing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I think because
even if
the night
your
vision
screen is just on. Yeah.
No, it's not your screen. I'm telling you. I think it's something to do with like that, how that camera works or something. Like they're always like, it's always pinging.
Right.
It's like a ping almost like a.
Creepy.
Anyways, it is weird. But anyways, that's what it is. Like that spider freaked out because it's like, it can sense that. Yeah.
Back to the question.
It's probably killing us all.
It is killing us all. Mentally.
Oh,
and-
why are we good together? Why do we make a good team?
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much nailed that question.
You did not. You gave no specifics.
Yin and yang.
What does that even mean?
Balance. That's what yin and yang means. Balance.
No,
You remember Kung Fu Panda?
we don't. We both have shopping problems. One of us is supposed to be the sensible one.
We do have a problem with that. I thought that the other day too. Like, I was like, we are both bad. We're like, because like, soon as like, you want to go? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I need this.
We did good in Target today.
Yeah. And then you literally got butthurt. Literally rewind. To like, you yelled at me at Costco. You yelled at me.
You
at
did. I was trying to
Target."
buy you something nice.
Yeah.
Not even for
Who
me.
was
I
being the
haven't
good
bought
one?
anything for me.
Who was being the good one?
Okay, you could
Me.
be good at not scream my head off
Oh, I
in the
didn't,
middle
though.
of Target. No,
You're
you
so
did. You got an
dramatic,
attitude.
Because I'm never mean to you.
You are.
I'm
You're
not.
mean to me all the time.
I like.
No,
I'm
there's
like,
been 3 specific times that you actually really did yell at me in public.
I'll literally be like, not even raise my voice and you yelled at me.
Because it's the tude. You had such an attitude in Costco. I'm like, okay,
It's because I
won't
don't-
ask.
It's because I never have an attitude.
Right.
right?
Agreed.
Well, just consider
So
yourself
when
lucky.
you do, it like really hurts my feelings.
No.
Yeah, because you never do. So when you get mad or when you get an attitude, I'm like, oh, he's He's mad because you're not always like that. Whereas I'm always like that. So
Correct. Keep it up. Keep it up.
It's just everyday life for you.
Uh-huh.
But when you do it, I seriously get butthurt.
What'd you yell at me about today? It's every day you yell at me
A lot
about
of things.
something.
I said you were really annoying.
Oh.
Oh, you were sitting here on your phone, shirtless, and I don't know why. It just took me out.
It was the one.
It just took me.
Sterling was looking at me when she was trying to feed him, and she got mad at me. She got mad at me for having a moment with my child.
No. I was already mad about a moment before that. And it was because you were sitting here with your shirt off,
Eating.
looking like a big dumb man on your phone while we're at the dinner table. Because, you know, when I slaved over to this meal, and I was thinking, I was like,
Hey,
oh my
thanks for
God,
cooking dinner, babe.
stop touching my lips. You're going to get hit
See
in
it?
front of
See
everybody.
It's on camera.
Why are you touching me? Okay, listen, for
She
real.
raised my life insurance. Just know that. If I'm
Stop.
dead.
I did not raise your life insurance. I would remarry so fast. People would be very concerned.
That guy wouldn't think you were dating either.
Sterling,
Or you wouldn't.
Sterling needs
gonna
a strong male figure in his life. I would remarry like that
Yeah, his mom ain't it.
for money.
What were you?
He could beat me.
Oh, you were saying
I was cooking dinner.
I was having a moment with my child.
No, stop. You're cutting me off. I was cooking dinner.
I want to say something.
Stop. Or you're going to edit this one. I was cooking dinner. I was so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is one of the moments like I dreamed of being in the NICU. Like Sterling's going to have I'm going to feed him his little sweet potatoes. He's going to sit on his high chair and we're going to sit at the table. And your big dumb self comes in here. And I'm like, first of all, you're taking forever to get your food. And I'm like, it's getting cold.
I'm watching my
You
child.
hate cold food. No, you weren't.
Yeah, it was. I was sitting there watching my
I
child.
was watching him and I had the food. I'm like, you could have been feeding him. And then I'm sitting there and you're like taking forever. Your whole plate's over there. Do not interrupt me.
I know. I want to so bad.
And then you finally get your plate.
'Cause I wanna tell the truth.
bark you.
I want to tell the truth.
I am telling the truth. I bark at you to get your plate and sit down and do something. You're just like walking around like an aimless homeless person.
I'm literally watching my. No.
No.
I gotta. I have to tell the
Stop.
truth. Listen, let me tell the truth.
No. Let me finish and then you can tell your truth in quotations, not truth. Okay, and I bark at you to get your plate. You finally sit down and then the first thing you do is like you're grabbing your phone and you're watching videos on loud. And like
I
it
turned
took
the
me
volume
out.
down.
It took me out. No. Annoying. I'm like, can you put your phone down? We're at the dinner table.
Can I tell the real story?
No, that's the real story.
The real story is I literally just spent the last hour and a half with Sterling, which was amazing. Not on my phone. We were on the ground together. He rolled right, left. We did it all. Literally. And then previously, if you rewind this, he sat on the couch with me for like 30 minutes. We were just hanging out like buddies. I bring him in here because you said food's ready.
And you took forever to come in here. I said food's ready 3
Don't
times.
Interrupt because this is my side of the story.
Mm-hmm.
My side of the story is you were like, I'm cooking him a sweet potato. This is his first time having sweet potato. And like, it always makes me really nervous that he's going to have some reaction. And like, I'm sitting on the couch thinking of like, what's the fastest way to the emergency room? Do I call the ambulance before we go? You know what I mean? Like, how do we do this? And I'm like, I've said this before, but like, we should do a dry run. Like, what would we do if something happened? We literally live right next door to the hospital. Anyways, I thought of that whole thing because this is new food to him. You give him food and then you get ready and you're sitting here and you start feeding him. And I'm not really that hungry. So I sit here and watch. That's what I'm doing. I'm sitting here watching you feed Sterling and he's being adorable.
You were over there.
No, I wasn't. I was sitting right here watching him.
Okay.
I sat and watched him, and then you were mad at me because I didn't go get my food. But I'm not that hungry, but I would rather just watch my son and see how he reacts to sweet potatoes. And then you're like, go get your food.
I did not. I'm like, can you get your food?
And I was like,
you know
yes.
what?
Shh, I'm not done my story.
Touch my freaking lips one more time.
So I go get my food. And I sit down and I do eat it. I'm very appreciative of you. This is wild because this is Mariah's favorite meal, right? Mariah made mac and cheese and fried chicken. Mm-hmm. It's her favorite one.
And broccoli.
Broccoli. Ugh. I actually ate all my broccoli. Anyway, so I do go get it. And then I literally pick up I haven't been on my phone in like 2 hours because I've been just hanging out with my son. And my son is literally staring at me this whole time. And she's getting mad that because he's not paying attention to her when she's trying to feed him. Mm-hmm. He's looking at me because we're best
I'm not
friends.
even mad. I'm just like, Matt's like, like really distracting him. He's not just like staring at him like lovingly.
He's staring at me.
No.
He's staring
Matt's
at me.
like doing dumb shit.
That's not what I'm doing.
And that's why he's staring at you. That's why I was mad.
No.
Yeah. It's not like you were just sitting here just staring at him and he was staring back. I would have never gotten mad at that.
Yes, you were.
You're insane.
Pull up the cameras. Where are they at?
Yeah, you are.
I'll give him like a, and he'll be like,
yeah, exactly. That's called distraction while I'm trying to feed him.
He loves me. I wasn't doing this stupid stuff.
You were.
I wasn't. I was just like giving like,
big dumb man.
You baba.
Yeah, distracting his ass.
Yeah, he loves me.
I'm glad he does.
Anyways, it was very cute. And I just wanted to watch him eat his sweet potatoes. And then I got screamed at after she yelled at me for distracting him. I literally pick up my phone.
I didn't scream at him, by the way.
I literally scroll through like two things.
Stop.
I hit a reel and my volume's up. So I'm turning my volume down. And then I get yelled at. Yep. I get yelled at for literally turning my phone on.
Because we talked about phone usage and like you want to pull it up the dinner
Well, I got
table.
yelled at though. So I got on my phone. So I wasn't going to distract my child.
I didn't yell at you the first time. I just said, can you stop?
No.
Then I yelled at you when you got on your phone.
Yeah, you yelled at me for distracting him, and then I got on my phone and I got yelled at for that too. Yeah, that's literally the story. And I'm glad you Yep. Thanks for clearing it up.
I did not yell at you.
You screamed at me for being on my phone.
I did not. I didn't say that either. I just said, you're annoying. Get off your phone.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
I had the flinch.
No, you did it. It just annoyed me. You had a shirt off too, and I'm just like, ew, get off your phone.
I literally haven't worn a shirt all day long.
Yeah.
So, what does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. You're just sitting here like half naked at the dinner table.
So, Sterling's in his diaper.
Drew. I don't know. It just the whole situation annoyed me. Again, I was like fantasizing, like this is a moment I've been thinking about. And then Nikki's like, we're going to sit down. It's like
communication.
As a family.
Communication.
You are the worst at it lately. You expect me to read minds.
Hanging out with my son for the last 2 hours.
This isn't couples therapy. This is.
Yeah, I know. This is yin and yang right here. This is what makes us a great couple. She's off doing her own thing. I'm doing my own thing. We meet together through screaming.
And we yell.
It's hard.
It's hard having a kid. Like.
I mean, hormones are hard. I'm fine.
And I get no empathy. Anyway, this is not couples therapy.
You yelled at me, by the way, and I just kind of like laughed. Right? Like it wasn't a big deal.
Because I yell at you all the time. That's what I was saying previously. Whereas when you yell at me, I'm like.
I'm just saying, but another husband, there's a lot of men out there that would lose it too.
For sure.
Okay, well, that's what
That is why we work so well together.
Because I brushed off because I realized you're a crazy person.
Wow. Wow. You are ridiculous. You are ridiculous. But yes, I cannot have somebody who is not emotionally.
Mariah almost ran over 2 homeless guys. She told me the story. Let's tell them the story.
No.
These 2 guys were taking their time and she's like, not today.
There's a guy and a girl.
There was 2 homeless people walking across the road.
This is postpartum rage.
And she was
this is a very real moment. I'll tell my story, but like, please don't judge me for this.
Tell your truth.
I'll tell my truth. Don't judge me because I reflected on it. We're about to reflect on it together. Driving down, I'm going to a work thing and busy road. It's a main road. 2 people, houseless people walk. That's what they call them now.
I don't care.
2 bums walk out in the middle of the road and they're taking their time. And I'm not slowing down. Not today.
Mariah sped up a little. She downshifted. She is a 5-speed. She downshifted, revved it. They looked concerned.
Even in the car with me.
Concerned. They look. Whoa.
No. So then they saw that they literally they looked straight, and I'm like, yeah.
As Mariah's revving the motor.
No, I'm not revving the motor. Stop. I'm really not revving the motor, but I'm not slowing down at all. Like obviously, I still have plenty of time. Like if they really were gonna, I wasn't actually going to hit them. So please don't come at me.
What went through your mind? I'm an adult.
Will you stop?
I have a
Let
child.
me tell the story.
I have to take care of this baby.
Stop. No, so then they really hurry up, and that made I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. I really had, and then I'm like, and as I passed the light, I'm like, what are you doing? Why are we here? Like, you cannot be in jail for hitting a civilian. Like, you'd be the one going to jail. Like, you'd be the one at fault. Like, you hit a person. Doesn't matter where, doesn't matter when. I'm like, you have a child. You can't be going to jail. Like, this, we got to be a grown up here. Anyway.
Self-reflection. I'm proud of you.
Immediate self-reflection. But it just annoyed me. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not slowing down, like, for you to come walk. And there were other cars, like, too, like, next to me. It's a 3-lane road. And they're just, like, going to willy-nilly walk out there. And I'm like, yeah, keep it moving, Poppy.
I'm pretty sure I know exactly what road you're on. And it's the same road I take, too, on the way home.
Yeah.
And there was a guy walking. And this is, I work 8 to 5. So, like, this is coming home. This is, like, 5 o'clock traffic. In Tulsa's still a city.
Yeah.
And, like, this guy was the same thing, walking, never looked right.
Yep.
Never looked right. I'm like, dude, there's
3
lanes. So there's 3 lanes one way and 3 lanes the other way. And it's like, never looked the one way. I'm like, and I was just, I kind of like laughed. And it didn't make me mad because I'm
emotionally regulated.
Correct. And I kind of like laughed. I'm like, dude, these people don't give a, you know what I mean? They don't even care. Like, they're like, just kill me.
And that's literally what went through my head too. I'm like, yeah, I'll end it today for you, buddy. You don't got to ask me twice. That's literally what went through my head. I'm not joking. I'm like, hey, I'll end it.
You know what's creepy too? I've had multiple, like in the last, I don't know, like weeks or days, but like I've had a lot of dreams about like going to like jail or prison.
You have?
Yeah. And it's been like a few of them, like very realistic dreams of going to prison.
We need to look up what that means.
It doesn't mean anything. It just means like, I don't want to like, I think it's because I have a son now and I'm like, I think I've listened to a couple podcasts too of like people who have went to prison. I listened to one on The Honeydew, where a guy went to prison and his daughter was born. He got like 3 years. 3 years.
Yeah, that would be so sad.
And like his daughter was born when he was in prison. And it's like, dude, so he had a 3-year-old when he got out. And I just think of like,
yeah, that's
now
sad.
that I have a kid too, and it's like, I couldn't imagine.
Just like
couldn't imagine missing all that.
Sterling being an adult overnight. Like you missed.
Right,
could you imagine 3 years?
No.
Terrible. He's awake again. How we base our self-worth off of how productive we are.
You think this is like, we talked to a psychiatrist?
I think this is what a lot of Americans.
I think it's a lot of the older generation. I don't think it's millennials. No,
I think it is.
I don't think so. I think there's very few of us that we define ourselves through work.
Yeah. Maybe you're right. I don't know.
I don't think it's
I just
common.
know, and I wouldn't say that. I always try to tell myself, not to, but like and again, having a kid, I don't get near as much done as I used to, and I've come to terms with that. But when there's weeks like this, when he's like teething and like you get really nothing done. And then towards the middle of the week, I start to get like anxious and I'm like, it's hard. Why is that?
Dude, every single podcast we're like, it's a bug flying around. Get the fuck out of here. Every podcast we're like, everyone tells you when you have kids, you won't be able to, and this is literally that same thing, isn't it? It's like, we are, it's funny, when I met you.
I was hot.
That's not what I was going to say.
Tan, white shorts, hot.
Holy cow, can I tell the story?
Yeah, this is what you do to me. This is your exact
I'm not even
medicine.
talking about that.
Okay.
When I met you, I was very carefree. I didn't care about anything. You really did. I think you made me into that person too. Like I have to accomplish things to be happy. That's what we're getting at, right? Like if I don't get things done on a Sunday or a Saturday, I'm depressed. That's like a mental disorder. I was just happy living my life. If I don't get shit done, I get it gives me anxiety. Like I have to now it's traveled into like, my job too. Like I
Yeah.
I have like, I wouldn't call it anxiety, but like I am I would say a high achiever. Like I have to get stuff. Not saying it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
not to a
it's not,
point. Some like I think it's needed to.
And I do leave most of that at work. I'm not.
Yeah. You're good about. You don't bring work home.
I don't. I'm slowly getting better at my new job with it because I'm a manager, so I have to.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like some of my people are traveling on the weekends and stuff, so I do have to deal with still work. So
but
I
you
still
do
have
good with it. Like it's not like it takes over where you're on the phone all the time. Like I'm sorry, I won't have that.
I'm technically a 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I don't.
Oh, you said that you weren't like that until you met me.
I was happy before I met you. That's the moral of the story. I was happy. I was carefree, didn't care.
No.
Listen, I'm gonna give you a compliment.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
I didn't have like a purpose either, though, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm about to go into. Go ahead.
I was casual, like, and I was happy just being. I don't want to say mediocre, but like I'm just
mediocre.
I was okay. I'm just okay.
You were doing nothing.
I was still pushing it. I'm still a hard worker.
You were a hard worker, but you weren't doing anything. You were buying TVs and PlayStations, and you had a stack of cash on your console.
Balling. I was balling before I met Mariah. Hear that?
You were also much cleaner. We already talked about that. We already talked about that.
I said this to someone at work.
No, you said the same thing. It was already on last week's podcast. Yes, stupid.
I don't remember that, but
it was. Literally, like, we were talking about it at work.
The common denominator.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Is you.
It's you.
No,
anyway,
it's not.
No. Here's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to give you a compliment, and you're over here just, trying to argue with me.
Compliment it. Give it.
You gave me purpose.
Yeah.
Sterling gave me another purpose.
A kid gives you even.
Yeah.
And I think that's another reason why it's so hard. Like, again, everybody has mom guilt. I don't think you're going to get out of this. I think some people might not have mom guilt, but we won't talk about those moms. I think if you're striving to be a better person, you're going to have mom guilt no matter what. And I'm like, oh, I wish I could just not. Like, I am very much like, I like what I do. I want to make money. I want to contribute. But also having a kid, I know, like, he is first. So and again, I don't believe in balance. Never have, and especially not with a kid. So one comes over the other, work or a kid. So I hate to say this, but I really am trying to kind of find a sweet spot somewhat. Some weeks I have to work a little more, and some weeks we're just chilling on the couch and hanging out a little more.
You asked me about why we're a good couple before, right? Mm-hmm. I said yin and yang. Mm-hmm. I will say that I would think that our characteristics are different.
Yes.
You're more of a typical guy, though, no?
You are not about to bring this in.
I'm just saying how, like, Mariah's like, what's my always joke with Mariah? I'm like, you're my man.
You're my man. I cannot believe.
Because you literally do all those things that, like, all these, like, if you watch YouTube videos or, like, all these Instagram videos, like, and it's, like, all these jokes about, like, your husband does this, your husband does this. Your husband doesn't put his clothes in the dirty laundry. Your husband doesn't throw away little wrappers and stuff. Your husband doesn't put his shoes. That's Mariah. And I'm the opposite. It's true, though. That's what's so funny. I think it cracks me up.
No, wait. I wasn't even talking about that.
I don't know why that brought it up, but, like, we were talking about yin and yang and stuff, and I don't know.
You were supposed to be complimenting me, and that is not a compliment.
I'm not saying it's not a compliment. I'm just saying we compliment each other.
I put my shit in you're the one who won't let your dirty dish in the sink when the dishwasher's empty.
Just recently.
To soak.
It does need to soak.
Anyway.
You're my man.
You just wanted to bring that up.
You're my man.
You're dumb. What was I talking about before that? That was not related to that at all.
Compromise with children and...
Yeah, so this week I didn't get much done, and, like, it took a toll on me. And I hate that I have to think that, because then like at the end of the week, you're like, well, why I should have just been enjoying my family. And like at the end of the day, I really am trying to reflect. And at the end of the day, I am like, he matters most. Like, but sometimes I have to tell him, mommy has to make money, baby. Mommy has to make money for you. We're going to live a good life. We both, and again, you always try to one up me.
No, I don't.
And I said today, I'm like, we both are working very hard. And you didn't, I tapped your thigh and I said, we're both working so hard. I did. And I brought a moment of peace to our lives.
I'm pretty sure I was not at peace at this moment. This is her moment. I'm pretty sure months and months ago, when I was really drunk, this is, I think, before Sterling, I was telling your cousins and Garrett, beep, I said, Mariah works harder than I do. Remember that?
Wow, I don't know.
Yes, I
Tell us more.
No, because we were literally talking about that.
I'm pinning this to my Pinterest
told
board.
them that. I was like, no, Mariah works harder than I do. I still agree with that. Like, I work hard at my job. I'm going to give anything I'm doing. I always say this too, is how you do one thing.
Worker.
How you do one thing is how you do everything. I really truly believe that. I think I used to say this at my old job too, is that, I worked my way from the very bottom to almost the very top. Mm-hmm. If you ask me to sweep the parking lot, I'll sweep the parking lot. I don't care.
Right.
Whatever you need me to do, I'll do. I'll work hard. I'll do what we have to do. Whatever. And my boss would be like, "Can we do this?" Yes, we'll do it. We'll do whatever we have to do to meet that deadline. Anyways, I work hard. It's not the same as raising a kid either, though. Like it is different. Like at the end of the day, right? I clock out, I leave. Mm-hmm. I'm 24/7. Blah blah blah. I have my cell phone. Blah blah blah. But I'm just saying. I'm trying to give you an attaboy.
Where's it at?
It's just like we've stopped this podcast 3 times and Mariah's went and comforted Sterling and put him back to sleep.
Yeah.
And she does it all night long. I know. I don't want to get into this either, but like the way Sterling is with me and with you is night and day.
It's supposed to be that way.
No,
though.
I know, but I don't want to
Why? It's human nature.
It is, but I don't want to
You're seeing it unfold right in front of your eyes. There's no denying it. You can't deny that.
So I was thinking this on the couch today too, where it's completely off topic, but I was very indifferent about having kids, right?
Yeah, we both
very
were.
indifferent. Neither one of us were like we lived.
And here's why I think we were both very happy.
Yeah, with each other.
Where we were with each other. Not saying that everybody has kids to fill a void, but we just never had that.
So we were together for 10 years, right? Mm-hmm. Before we had kids. Did a lot. Did a bunch of stuff. Lived the whole life. Yeah, I would agree. And I was thinking on the couch, like I had to have gotten kids terrified me. Like it's
for sure. Still do.
I don't want to say this either creepily, but like when you start, having sex when you're young, you do everything you can to not have a kid, right? You're like praying, I've never been more religious than when, you're like, please God, please God, please God. I don't want to, you're 16 years old. Anyways, that's not part. So like, you're always thinking about that. And like, you're just entrenched into that like mentality. Mm-hmm. Anyways, you get married, you're 35. You still feel like you're a child. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? I'm a preteen. I'm a teen. I can't have a child. Anyways. So it was very, very difficult to like make the decision to have kids. I always thought I'd be a good dad. I really do have a mentality where this is going to sound like very ego, but like, I feel like I can do anything.
No, I really truly feel that way.
And that's what I tell like my boss too, like, and all the bosses I've ever had.
I don't think that's egotistical.
Tell me, what do you need done? I'll do it. Like I can do anything. Like I'll figure it out. Like
tell me, I'll figure it out. I feel that way. I feel like
yeah. You need to do that? I'll do it. Like even around the house, like whatever, like, hey, you need to do this? We'll do it. Like I'll get it done. Like tell me when you need it. Anyways, that's not the story. I know. I'm not done with the story. Anyway, so I always thought I'd be a good father. I'm like, I can do, if these dum-dums are having kids, I can be a good dad too. And I always thought I'd be a good dad. It was always terrified me though. I was like, just so scared to have a child, We had to get absolutely blackout drunk. We got drunk.
It wasn't blackout.
We weren't blackout drunk. We were tipsy.
Yeah. Head change.
Yeah.
We were adult drunk.
It was a massive storm that night that we didn't even know.
Well,
Dang,
I
I'm
did.
burping.
You told me to go back to sleep anyway.
The news said it was going to be a minor storm. Turned out to be a big storm. And then we forgot, we purposely were like, let's have a kid. We were both like, let's have a kid. Purposefully. We were drunk. Forgot about it. 2 weeks later, we're on vacation.
4 weeks.
Was it 4 weeks? We were on vacation and Mariah, like her boobs were like popping.
Massive.
Popping. And like it was the best vacation I think we've ever had, right?
So good.
It's such a great vacation. Anyways, I was like, I think you're pregnant. Anyways, that's the whole, if you watch the video of, we have that video of, the reveal and all that. But anyways, I don't even know where I'm going with this, but like, we ended up having a kid. I forgot how we started this. Oh, being a good dad. I don't know what it was.
You're in your fields is what you are. Yeah, you're talking about how you always knew you'd be a good dad. I don't know.
Why was I was telling the story for a reason though.
You tell stories just to tell stories.
No. I had a real purpose for having the kid. I don't know.
We were talking about how kids bring you purpose, like way.
Oh,
before.
yeah. So I'm sitting on the couch. Today. No, I know. I'm glad we need someone sane in the room. I'm sitting on the couch today and I was thinking like, I was so content for 10 years. We had a blast, so content. And I was sitting next to Sterling and we were both sitting on the couch together and he's sitting upright and he's chilling like a regular human being. And I love him so much. And I was like, this is it. This is why humans exist. Like your main purpose in life is this.
It is.
And you don't realize this. Again, never didn't necessarily want kids. Didn't think. I was very indifferent. Had to get drunk to have it. You have the dumb kid and he's sitting next to me and I can't imagine this is going to grow, I'm sure.
Oh, 100.
Because it's grown even more. And he's sitting next to me and he's like literally just, we're hanging out together. And I was like, this is it. Like
Yeah, I have that feeling daily, weekly, like, and it is, and I want to shout this from the rooftop. So I'm so glad you went into this little segue because I want to shout it from the rooftops because I was very much that person who was like, could have a kid, could have, and it could not. Yep. But like, I truly believe that this is what life is. This is the meaning of life. And if like you are searching for meaning, like not saying if you're like 17, like find yourself, do what you got to do. But like if you are searching for some meaning and not saying that it's going to fix all your problems in life because baby, we got problems now because now you're having to keep this little thing alive and
you'll figure it out too.
You do. And that's what so many people told me was like, oh, you'll work harder or you'll do, it just makes everything like you, I don't want to say you won't be able to fail, but like you'll find a way. You find a way. Yeah. You find a way and you figure it out, but and I never thought if my 16-year-old self saw me today, she would be like, WTF BITCH. Like, where did we go? Because I am a completely different person. And I truly believe that the whole meaning of life is your family. My whole meaning of life is Matt and Sterling.
Which is funny. When we met, you were like, I don't want to get married and I don't want to have kids. And that's how she trapped me. I mean, to bring that all back.
No, let's really talk about how I trapped you. Men love a chase. I was not interested. There were so many women interested in you in our little group. All they talked about was you. And I was just like, yeah, not interested. Guess who?
She was interested.
He trapped me.
No.
Remember, what do you call me? My man. You trapped me.
Isn't it funny too that like we do, to go back to your stupid question of like how we fit together real well. Are we recording still? Mm-hmm. how we do fit together real well.
Yeah.
And
This is legitimately our date night. You guys are seeing it live on air.
I don't want to say I don't know how you. I don't want to say this like in a woo woo or like a religious or anything like. But like I don't think most people. It doesn't work out that way. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think it fits.
No.
Like it did with
I
us.
truly
it's,
believe
maybe
you're
it's luck. I don't know
my
what that
soulmate.
is. Right? Like.
And here's how I feel about soulmates.
I don't get that. I don't know. Right.
I think that there's not like only one soul. Like I
don't either. Right.
You can come across different ones and like miss, and we just happen to like really grow well together. And I truly feel like my mom. Okay, and this is something too that I give credit to my mom because she always told me like you can do whatever you want. Like. And she always told me that, like, when I was born, I was her soulmate. And I always felt that to my core, like, from my mom, that, like I kind of feel that, like, Sterling, you know what I mean? Like, I think about my mom often when she had me, because I'm the oldest. Sterling will be the oldest. But I truly believe, like, the feelings that I got from her growing up, like, to the soulmate, you know.
You think you and your mom are soulmates still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like, but like we are like, I don't know. There's a connection that I can't explain. I honestly can't explain it. And even though we're far, like she's far away now and like has her, you know, own things going on and I have my whole own family, there's a connection that can never be severed that I think that I have. And of course, every sibling has different connections, but I feel this connection, and not that it's the same connection with you, but is because she just always said you were my soul, and I truly believe that you were my soulmate.
Did we talk about this on the last podcast or one of the previous podcasts where you truly don't appreciate your parent until you have a child?
No, we didn't. We talked about it together.
Oh, well, I think of this too, like you'll never, so the relationship you have from a parent to the child is the strongest thing you'll ever have. But that works in like, you think about this through, you know, the entire time of human beings, right? So like me and my parents don't like me to my parents is not the same as my parents to me. Mm-hmm. So it's like this weird zigzag down trend. Mm-hmm. And that's just how it has to work probably. Yeah. But like,
that makes me sad.
It is. That's what I was going to say. And that's what I was going to say. It's very sad thinking that because, like, again, like you just said, me sitting with Sterling today.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how much I love him. But, like, he'll never appreciate our love, me and his love, until he has his own kid. But it'll never be the same because his own kid, he's going to have that with. But that's what keeps that whole line moving.
Right.
That's the only way that biology
that's
works.
Why
yes.
The whole meaning of life is honestly
procreate.
It is. Yeah. And I like again, but that's
it's a weird
I'm
thing.
Seeing it. I'm seeing it firsthand and I'm seeing it's truth. There's so much truth to that. You're seeing it firsthand and you can't deny it. There's no denying it. If you are in this position, there's no denying it. Yeah. You can't deny that this is how, and it is. And at the end of the day, I truly do think of that. I'm like, I have everything as long as I have Matt and Sterling. Yeah. Everything in my life.
Yeah, when I...
clip that, baby.
No, I think that too with Sterling. Like, I would do anything for Sterling.
Absolutely.
Just do anything.
I would do, you know, and I say this a lot. There's a lot of people I know that would do anything for money. Money means nothing. I would do anything for my family.
Well, I know we've been, with everything going on too, we have so much going on, even with finances and stuff too. And I always bring this back to because we've come a long ways. Like you were saying at the beginning of the podcast, we had an apartment together. Well, first I had an apartment, then we got an apartment together. Mm-hmm. We rented a house. I think we rented one house together. Mm-hmm. We bought a house. We remodeled a house. We bought a new house. But anyways, so we're in this like whole new, you know. Mm-hmm. And I was like, if like everything went tits up and we like had to move into an apartment and it was just like you and me and Sterling, like I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Like if we lost both houses and like
as long as we're
we
all
lost everything, like
healthy.
like who cares? I don't know. Like I wouldn't want to. Obviously, like we've built a life together, but like if it was still us three, like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like we could go
It
live in an
doesn't
apartment.
matter.
I don't know.
Like it really, really doesn't matter.
Yeah. And that's something too.
Yeah.
I think that's, I don't know. I think about that I try to like think of that in perspective.
It's like the thing
I don't
too.
know.
I was actually talking to one of our friends about it right before we had Sterling, where it's like, I asked for all this and it's like, essentially you're asking for more work. Cause like life just gets more, if you always, you're going to think about the past and you're gonna be like, wow, what simpler times.
Yeah.
Like remember the weekend we binged Lord of the Rings? Like, or we binged Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Like what a simple time.
It'll always be that way though.
Right. Anyway, we still got to come up with an outro.
Our cat killed the squirrel.
If you listen this far, I know this is going to be like an hour and 20 minutes long. If you listen this far, we appreciate you. If you listen this far,
You're not even drinking, are you? Mm-mm. I know. Why are we being so weird?
if you listen this far, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Subscribe, download. Tell us what you like about this episode.